Welcome back to the LEC. After a very slow and steady Game 1, Team Heretics were ultimately able to take the edge, partially I think because of their composition, as well as the excellent execution of Vetheo in the mid lane on that Kai'Sa. Now we get to see how BDS adjust coming into the second game. Some things work better than others. The Vayne, skeptical.
Yeah, I think it was Crownie's first ever Vayne game in competitive. So he saw an angle into poke. It was really difficult though. I think Adam's Darius never really got into the game past the first 10 minutes. So hopefully BDS can draft something either more early game heavy to unlock Sheo to do some early game shenanigans to disrupt Jankos, or they can get more wave clear, more scaling, and we can get our seatbelts on. We can enjoy the ride all the way to 40 minutes, and then we can see one explosive fight.
Just to be clear here, I think we take the seatbelt off. I think that we're going so slow.
Oh yeah, the seatbelt sign's gone.
The seatbelt sign is gone.
Yeah, we're safe.
It's like a tractor on a back road. It's just for farming. We're a farm vehicle. We got the big blaring yellow lights. Please fight each other. You know, play the best version of League, but please let it involve fighting each other.
I watched this series, Jeremy Clarkson's Farm, and I didn't realize how many tools there were for farming. I was like,
yeah.
It's like the seed planters.
Yo, shout out to farmers, by the way.
Like mixers, like the planters.
That is a hard job.
Yeah, and it like rained for like 2 weeks straight, and it was doomed. That's it. 6 rounds work, gone. But for these players, it's 350 CS in 25 minutes, and then it's one.
Yep.
Get their items and just one-shot everyone. So we'll see if Kai'Sa gets taken away, which was a huge pick. I think the Rumble ban is something that maybe BDS can look into dropping, depending on what side they're on.
I'm not
sure if...
Because really, when you look at Evie, he had a solid performance in the team fights, that one bad TP, and kind of was a losing lane phase outside of Jankos' intervention. So I don't know if he's someone you need to worry as much about throwing a ban at.
Yeah, especially with Adam's champion pool. If I'm looking at blinding Rumble against an Olaf, Darius, Garen player, I'm a little bit concerned. Especially I'm looking at Ebby here. He's got 5 games Rumble all time, 2 wins, 3 losses. So it's probably worth taking a gamble. But they're on blue side, so target bans are available if they want to go down that route. So they could either first pick the Kai'Sa and leave it up, or they can do the same kind of thing with the Rumble. But an Adam Rumble would be not on my bingo card for this best of 3.
Would be interesting though. Something new to come out here. LeBlanc still banned away, Azir banned away. Draven also going to hit the bench this time around alongside Maokai. So pretty stock standard for bans.
Yeah.
This could easily also be the previous patch, to be honest, thus far in what we're seeing bans. Milio and Yuumi being gone, really the only exception there.
Range supports are being gone. I think this is the big deal. It's a very melee support heavy meta now, so I feel like a lot of teams with melee support heavy players can shine, like XL, you know, Limit just playing Rell, Nautilus, Alistar. These are the champions that your supports need to be playing.
And I'm curious to see if we end up with another game where bot lane is very neutralizing, and we just see wave clear, wave clear, wave clear with something like a Ziggs, and it's just all about top side of the map, kind of as it was in Game 1 for most of the early game, or if we get something a bit more explosive on the bottom side. For now, though, Team BDS holding on to the Rumble ban, so maybe not specifically for Evie, maybe just they feel it to be very strong in the meta. We saw that incredible game from Odo yesterday on it.
Yeah, Tristana, Kai'Sa are the things that I'm thinking about. They take away the Kai'Sa. Is Tristana a first pick here for BDS? I think. Whoa!
Rell.
Oh, okay.
Was banned in Game 1. Has to be called out here. Obviously, an incredibly powerful champion. You talked about Limit. He had, again, some great games on it yesterday. Yeah,
isn't Tristana Alistar just the direction that Heretics will eventually go in? I mean, it could be a Rell jungle, right? So I guess that double flex does help a lot. Vi was open last game. Sejuani's open again this time. I feel like maybe it's Jankos' turn for Sejuani duty with a Tristana. Similar draft to what BDS did, but I think they'll change it up as the draft progresses.
Still have that flexibility. Luxury of last pick as well on red side, but trading Tristana Sejuani in exchange for the Rell. Is this going to work out well for Team Heretics?
Draven's banned, Kai'Sa's banned. They could go Xayah or something along those lines if they want to for AD. Cyrus, Ashe, something like that. If they want the Rell jungle, Xayah Rakan here would be nice. The Renekton is something they could look to take away again. I mean, Heretics did a good job of taking away the Renekton last game when you pick Sejuani on the red side. So not going to be able to get their hands on that. Renekton, Jayce.
Double 80 solo lanes. I'm a bit concerned, to be honest. You know, Nuke has shown us that when he's comfortable, he's a fantastic player, but Jayce not a champion that I necessarily associate with him.
Yeah, so they're going to go Nautilus maybe into that Rell. No Alistar, no Braum. Going to go for the Nautilus. Maybe just Mersa comfort, but I would be a little bit scared of some kind of like really beefy frontline here for Team Heretics. And I think also Team Heretics can just be very cognizant of, well, that's a lot of AD. We do need to take away Ziggs. We do need to take away Varus. And when those 2 options are down, and so is the Kai'Sa, what is the AP bot that Crownie's willing to play is my question.
Do BDS just ban like Malphite Ornn? Did they just ban the super beefy? Just say, please don't play front to back?
I mean, is Evie got his Quinn cooking? We'll have to wait and see.
Evie's not counterpicking this. Urgot? How's that matchup?
I've just seen Urgot Renekton so many times, but I'm not sure how it is on this patch. I think Renekton would probably win out. Urgot's quite a weak champion right now. I feel like his mythic situation is just not great. So Jax is going to be the ban. Malphite ban would be good by BDS. I think Ziggs banned by Heretics here, or Ziggs pick on 4 is just going to destroy the BDS draft and put it into a nightmare scenario. What is there a poke AP champion? Yeah, they're picking away Ziggs on 4, 100%. And if they give it to them, they're crazy.
Nope, not going to give it to him.
So now, what does BDS play bot lane with AP damage? I really wonder. I mean, Heretics could just put Tristana bot and just play a mid laner on 5 if they want. If they pick a top laner here to match the Renekton.
I mean, you can still go AP mid and put the Tristana bot.
Exactly.
At this point. This would be an Evi classic. When in doubt, bring the Cassante out. There it is. Okay, so there's a lot of very beefy frontline against an almost entirely AD composition from BDS. How are BDS going to get magic damage on the bottom side of the map?
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe it's an AP jungler, Rell support, Maokai or something. No, Maokai's banned as well.
Yeah, but Demonic is not enough against this comp, man. What the? What?
Is it AP Zeri?
What the?
Maybe it's an AP Zeri.
No, what? This champion was supposed to be gone.
Lillia.
Oh, Lillia.
There we go. We're
that
saved.
I like. Okay.
Good direction. So a bit of a pivot, maybe unconventional in a sense from BDS. I think Kanavi was playing Lillia recently. I don't know if it was this week or last week. So it's not too off meta. What's the last pick here for Heretics? And he got nerfed. Could be Tristana mid. They don't have that much AP damage though. So I feel like Tristana bot is probably a good direction here. But what AP champ do you pick into Jayce is the question. Seraphine!
Woo!
Mamma mia.
Wait, is he playing Seraphine? Okay, hold on. We're going to see where these go.
Yeah, it's going mid for sure, right?
Is it?
No, Flakked is actually a Seraphine player. He mains that. He mains that stuff.
From the era of G2. Now again, no Senna Seraphine, Seraphine Nautilus. Okay, so I don't love the Zeri or the Seraphine in this game. These are just it's just different years of champions we've been upset about, but...
I love it how this entire draft was like, oh, we've got good top sides and strong champions. We both need AP. BDS and Heretics' coach are like, guys, what AP champs can we play?
We're digging deep into the box of AP champions. That said, I think the Lillia is a sick pick against this many beefy champions. She can do a ton of work if she gets ahead.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Berserker, Solo Q, Zeri, Shadow Flame, Night Harvester, Static Shiv. AP Zeri could be on the cards.
No.
It could be something that he plays.
Yes.
I expect it to be AD Zeri, because that's what Crown Shot's been playing in solo queue, but I've seen a lot of AP Zeri builds. Even Karzi's been playing it in solo queue. Patrick's been playing it in solo queue. I will say those two both went 3-16 and 5-11, so they were, it was a rough one. But maybe...
All I know is that our teams are cooking.
Yeah, they are. They really are cooking.
We'll find out, though. How are their knife skills?
I like the idea, though. Heretics, Flacked's like, oh yeah, I can play like I did last year. I'll play Seraphine Ziggs every single game. But we're ready for game 2. BDS needs to bring it back.
All right. Let's get the runes up, because I have no idea what is happening right here on the bottom side of the map. Let's take a look. Okay, so Airy, kind of to be expected. Crownie going DMAT, so... All right, Static Shiv Night Harvester seems like it probably is the play here.
No, he could go Static Shiv AD. He could go like Static Shiv Navori still.
Yeah.
So he could still go...
We'll have to wait and see.
...towards the AD build. But I want to see an AP Zeri. What is it? Just poke with W and just stand there and laugh at them?
I remember when it was really broken that, yeah, you just W'd and took the entirety of someone's health bar.
Yeah, then they removed that crit thing, so you couldn't poke as much.
I can't remember, and no flame to Martin, Reckless, who's on the desk. Did he get smashed by AP Zeri in the LFL, or smash someone with AP Zeri in the LFL? Because I remember one of those things happened.
It was an AP Zeri mid, and then, like for 1 week people were playing AP Zeri mid, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared.
Yeah.
I think people realized, like, hang on a second, this champ's just broken bot lane. Or it got changed. Either of the two. There was a world where it was possible, and now the world is returned where it's possible once again.
Adam and Evie trading a little bit here, and again, we're just going to have to track how this bot lane works. I imagine it's going to be a lot less of a farm fest than the previous lane was. Seraphine Wave Cleater is good, but we'll need some more levels under her belt before she can just delete that wave.
So, quick explanation about what's going on in general, if we're getting time here. Gale Force got nerfed, Aphelios got nerfed, Zeri got nerfed, all of these AD carries got nerfed, barring Xayah. Xayah kind of struggles against a lot of range though.
Yep.
So the meta right now is shifted to AD mids. You'll see Jayce, you'll see Tristana with Kraken Slayer and such like this. You'll see Yone a lot in the LPL and the LCK. And then it's mostly like AP bots, which are kind of like Varus with Nashor's Tooth, Seraphine now, Ziggs, the Kai'Sa as well. And I think that's all we'll be seeing for the next few weeks.
Mersa keeping this trade going, aftershot proc, but Crownie stepping up, and yeah, you highlighted. I mean, on top of that, we're switching to engage supports on the bottom lane, which means you can put a lot of damage in different places. You're no longer reliant on engage coming from the jungle, although we do still see a Sejuani.
Yeah, and metas are normally like very domino effecty. You know, if AP bot laners become good, then AD mids become good, and if AD mids become good, then AP junglers become good, and vice versa. So we'll see if Jankos can pull this gank off.
Jankos dashing in. Adam still has the slice or the dice, not sure which, to get out to safety.
So yeah, when BDS went through the draft, you need the Lillia, don't you? If you want to play this AD Zeri, you need AP from somewhere. And champions like Karthus, Lillia, they really love being the solo AP on the team because you just build full damage and no magic resist will be built up. Nice trade from Nuke there onto Vetheo, who's not running the fleet, he's running the lethal tempo as expected, just for that extra damage, but not enough sustain now.
Yeah, in terms of the straight-up burst trades, obviously Jayce just does so much work there in the early game, even if Tristana can still get that push so often because of the explosive shot. Really curious to see how this Lillia works out, as Crownie is going to get rooted there by Flakked. Lillia, a champion we've seen in the hands of Yike most recently. Obviously, he's highlighting Kanavi as well. AP champions in general, you talk about this all the time, Caedrel, when we talk about jungler. If they get any kind of snowball, it just starts snowballing faster than any other kind of champion because it increases their clear speed so significantly. Early itemization for AP champions is everything in the jungle.
Yeah, I remember that Kanavi game. He was playing Lillia against Rare Atom, and they were like almost losing a fight, and Kanavi just like 1 versus 4 them randomly, playing that Demonic Embrace, Liandry's kind of build, just burning straight through them. We saw that, I can't remember when it was, last year sometime, the Lillia, maybe around MSI time, off the top of my head. And now it's back in action. Same kind of build. And yeah, we'll see if Sheo goes for the early boots as well. Gonna keep clearing through his camps. Of course, he's done a full clear now on 28 CS. And now he's gonna continue through.
Damn. You know what, Caedrel? I have a sneaky suspicion that this is gonna be a quieter game. I think we scale.
We are scaling. Unless Adam, go on, dive him.
No, he just wants to play.
Go on, get the rage up.
Yeah.
10 seconds on W.
No, he's just eating 1,000,000 damage to get that plate.
Yummy. Breaks up soon. Sheo's gonna go for... Wow, Sheo's greedy. He's done a full clear, cleared his respawn Raptors.
He's already on the way.
And double crab, and he's going for Sejuani Raptor.
That's a bit of an oopsie there. The root now coming through. Labrov on the backside to try to save him. Do they want to flash to follow? No, happy for now just to bully Sheo out of their jungle there.
Jankos tried that early top gank, right? I remember seeing it. Was that after 3 camps topside or something along those lines? I mean,
might have been.
I can see this jungle.
Keep in mind,
right now
contesting those wolves, while it does help make sure that the wolves are there and available for Jankos, does mean losing the cannon on the bottom side of the map. So Flakked and Mersa do have to give up a little bit of something to be there to stop that jungle invade from happening.
Lillia just wants a power farm. No, most AP junglers just power farm, power farm, power farm. You only really go for ganks or dives that are 100% guaranteed because every second of your time needs to be spent farming Lillia, Karthus, Evelyn, whatever it may be in Italy. And so Sheo's just finished his camp. He's going to base, go to his top camps, Wolf Gromp respawn, then back to bot side, maybe start a Drake or something. Unless there's a 80-90% chance of a play happening.
Yeah.
So that's why he's not really doing anything. Jankos can't really find anything because he's basically... Sheo's told his team, hey guys, I'm farming. Please don't overtrade, but call me if you need cover.
Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, Adam just sustaining so much pressure here. 500 individual gold advantage. He's going to grab his second plate. 5 minutes and 45 seconds into the game. Just ticks over to level 6. Evie on his first back with TP. Only able to pick up the chain vest there. Not going to feel too bad, but this is a brutal top lane matchup at this moment.
Always stinks to see a -1 on a cannon. And we've all been there so many times.
Yeah.
Gonna ward the Raptor respawn. That'll be the 3rd camp respawn, I think, for Sheo.
The trick is to play roles where you don't have to CS, and then you never have to get good at CSing.
Why do you think I became a jungler, buddy?
I've tried. You have to know too much. I like being a support, because you just ping aggressively and place wards, and you just act like everyone else is making mistakes.
But you do gotta last hit the cannons with, like, relic shields.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but that's like God and Execute on it.
Yeah.
They even,
if
I
you
remember,
miss those, it's bannable.
played a lot of Thresh back when he got no ranged Execute, and I whiffed a lot of cannons.
You were that guy, huh?
I stopped playing Thresh. I stopped taking Relic Shield.
Are you the support that'll always just take the plate that's free?
Back when coin was free, or back when coin was an item, I'd take coin on Thresh because I was so afraid of messing up my Relic Shield blast hits on cannons.
Just one that guaranteed gold extra.
It was just like, oh yeah, you just take it, bro. I've got it's some sick tech. Don't worry
God,
about it.
Nuke's been landing so many shock blasts.
70 left on the
I was saying, when you play support, do you take the plate golds from your AD? You do?
Yeah.
You're such a rat.
I play Pike and Bard with Dead Man's Plate. I need my money.
And Halo Blades.
And Halo Blades. Let's go.
So you miss every cannon. You play
Miss
Halo
every
Blades,
cannon.
Bard, Pike. You leave lane, but come back to take plates.
You know what I do at level 1 as Bard? I walk into the lane with my Q and my passive, and I assert dominance.
With one auto and run away.
One auto. And you know what? You can say a lot about Bards who take Guardian like cowards, but you cannot say that they assert dominance. As now Jankos, he's gonna get out of here, but Sheo appears to be inserting his own dominance here on the top side of the Rift. Sheo's just gonna take away the red.
I think Labrov didn't have the crash over the wall there. Was on cooldown as a remount. So they get the red. No Raptors available though. Gonna move towards mid as Mersa's covering Vetheo on the push out. Thumbs up, and that's as much action as we've had in the last 8 minutes.
And right now, top side for BDS, looking solid. Jayce winning out on so many of these trades, even if the CS difference isn't massive. And Adam smashing here in the 1v1 this far. Good news is Evie is finally caught up to CS, but Sheo pulling wildly ahead of this Sejuani early on.
Jankos looking for Adam, no dash.
Adam
knock
pushed back into the wall, flash into safety just before Evie's able to the ulti going wide. He thought it was a Gragas ult. You can't blame him for that one, Adam. Getting pushed back by Evie now, going to try to hold on for the Cold Meek to try to get a bit more healing. Needs to sidestep Evie's Q3, and he does. Adam holding on for so long. The dash out to safety. He can't make it out of this one. But yes, he can! Oh, no way, Evie! Oh my goodness! Adam is so good! And yeah, one team Heretics made a lot of mistakes.
Okay, well, Adam is so good. That was a... We'll go through it on the replay.
What?
We'll go through it on the replay.
Every outplay is also a misplay, Mark.
Valid.
You may give credit where you choose.
It's like, you know that famous Zed?
I will give credit to Adam.
You know that famous FLICKR play on Zed where he like outplays Ryu in season whatever it was, 3 I think it was? It's iconic. You know, half the comments nowadays, like back in the days, we were like, that's insane. That's the biggest outplay I've ever seen. You know, FLICKR, what was that? Nowadays, I see the clip like brought up, and people are like, look at how cool this was back in the days. Half the comments are like, yeah, but Shen had ult, why didn't he use it? It's like... That's what people have gathered from that play now. It's like, why did Shen ult the Zed? So
if you're willing to be negative, everything can be negative.
Knock back, flash away from Adam, ult goes to Narnia, but then it's still playable. Just the thing that happens here is Evie gets the ult, then the Qs are going to go wide. So this first one, quite a miss, swing and a miss. Now watch this EQ here from Evie. W misses, hits, EQ misses again. Now he flashes.
Okay.
That one kind of hit, not sure, but yeah. Could have been easier.
All right.
Could have been 1 for 0, but still, they got the kill.
So you have a choice. You can choose Evie's never allowed into gun range with accuracy like that, or you can choose Adam, you know, cast him in the new step up alongside Channing Tatum with that fancy footwork. You can choose the positive or negative of that. Either way, ridiculous play.
No, yeah. Well,
and Adam now at a 1,000 gold lead. So if there's anyone who's won it, it's most certainly Adam.
Yeah, definitely. He's up a lot of experience as well.
He can just take as many plates as he wants.
God, it's so obnoxious. It just stands there menacingly and just hits the plates in your face. And Evie can't really answer back. Normally it's like, guys, watch out, Casante's going to knock you into the tower and ult you. Adam's like, but I'm already under the tower. How can he knock me under it?
That's where I want to be.
That's exactly where I want to be.
So, yeah, this game. So in the previous game, Adam was doing well. Jankos came topside. They shut Adam down. They slowed him down. And then once the rest of Team Heretics got in the landing phase, everybody came topside to shut Adam down. It was the double TP top from Flakked and Vetheo to find those kills. I think it's one of the big reasons that they won on top of Vetheo on that Kaisa. This time around, they have not been successful whatsoever in shutting Adam down. We'll have to see if they find a better option here as we get later into the game.
Every lane's pretty even other than top. As Adam, he could ultimate.
Here we go. Round 2. This time, surely they've got him. It's a stun. The Q, guaranteed. They make it work.
Easy does it.
Redemption for Evie.
Man, I feel like this whole series is gank top, kill. Gank top, kill. and it's just working over and over again, whether it's Adam or Ebby falling short to the ganks, or it's a trade-off. Ebby's gonna get this push out, he has TP. Does Adam have TP up? He does, so he won't miss out on too much. Maybe if Ebby has Demolish, he can get a plate back in time, but also needs to take that reset. Crownie gonna step up for a plate of zone. Now the interesting moment of the Zeri is, she has the static shift. Is she gonna build towards Night Harvester, or is she gonna go towards Navori? I would love to see an AP Zeri with a Jayce. That's a lot of hope. With a Lillia, who's got a bowling ball that, you know, bowls and does kind of...
Yeah, you're saying a lot of words. I like most of them. AP Zeri, good. Agree.
Crownie he just wants to ult there.
Just wants to ult the wave.
Get that wave in.
Push the wave in so he can get the reset. Got the magic boots too, and you can see the 3 members on BDS that you would very much like to have gold are all rich. So the game looking pretty good thus far.
Yeah, it is indeed. You can see Crownie's base actually stopped there. I think he was a bit scared of some kind of blind hook into the bush by Mersa. So he's gonna back away, catch another wave. Doesn't want to take a reset just yet. First dragon went over to BDS. Second dragon spawning in 1 minute 50. Chemtech dragon, which means we'll have an interesting soul, hopefully.
Alright, hook in onto Labrov. Labrov just jumps right back out. Again, not a whole lot of action here on the bottom side. A lot of damage right now is the thing for BDS. A lot of more squishy champions as we get to these fights. The potential for burst damage comes through inside of Team Heretics, but Jankos opting for the even shroud here. So just trying to amp up the damage. I feel like it's all eyes on Vetheo in this game. Seraphine will do a lot of damage as we get later in the game, but still, when it comes to sustained damage output, Tristana is going to need to be the one making it happen, but I don't think it's going to be easy with the Renekton this fed, with a Jayce who's sitting pretty comfortably in lane, and Crownie who's going AD.
Yeah, he's going AD. He's got the BF sword, going to go towards Navori. Makes sense. Lillia wants to be the only AP champ. There was a world where it was possible with the poke from Jayce, and Sheo's ganking top.
I think he's trying to pull the wave. He doesn't want the wave to hit into the tower. I like to play from Evie over y'all. Are they going to put Cassante to sleep? No. No nap time for Cassante.
Yeah, Labrov was up here. They're 3-manning top with Herald up in 50 seconds, so not much to do. They got the top push for Adam. They're going to move towards mid now. Mersa is going to match. Jankos is going to match as well. 3v3 around this area. That bowling ball is still going.
Little tumbleweed coming through there.
Ooh, Evie. Hit him with it.
Evie. Can he find the all in? The pushback. Adam immediately ulting there. Nice to get the ult out of the Renekton before any potential fight. Team Heretics now seeing an angle to try to force a fight here in the mid lane. Labrov holding on to ultimate, going right back into the fight. What a turn from Labrov. The confidence to pull the trigger. All the BDS immediately follow up.
4-man Magnet Storm coming out. I think that was a 3-man sleep as well. Evie just TP'd bot and gave up his tower. Adam just thumbs up, saying, great, you TP'd, but your whole team's dead. Little bit late arrival from the top lane from Heretics there. Means that they're going to lose top tower, they're going to lose Drake, they're going to lose bot tower, and they're going to lose mid tower. That's 4 objectives and 4 kills over to BDS in a span of 30 seconds.
And after that game 1, I wasn't sure how BDS would look coming into this game 2, but they are looking so damn good. Labrov on this Rell. I mean, there's a reason we see the champion taken away, but that was an incredibly clutch turn.
That's crazy, isn't it? They had so much pushing lanes. They literally just got all 3 altars from one single fight. And they're going to get Drake and get out as well. There's nothing Heretics can do.
They're rich as hell.
Yeah, look at the gold swing all of a sudden. How did Labrov get that 4-man Magnet Storm on top of what must have been a shock? Ooh, it was the bowling ball land onto Jankos. Hook lands. Labrov flash jumps in.
He's charmed, but it doesn't matter. He's already cast all the spells.
Sleep onto 2, I think it was. And yeah, Crownie just cleaning house, isn't he?
That was sick.
Yeah.
Well played, Labrov.
It's nice to see these engaged supports back.
In the land of engaged supports, never give me EU Karma. Always give me EU Rell, EU Nautilus.
Yeah, EU Pike.
EU Pike.
In every lane.
Every lane.
Not just support.
Well, Crownie now has a 1.7k individual gold lead.
Yep.
Adam is 1.3k ahead. You got a Jayce that's 1,000 gold ahead. This game is starting to feel pretty damn unplayable for Team Heretics. The good news is they've got 3 beefy boys that can body block a lot of those Jayce skill shots coming in towards the Seraphine or the Tristana. But right now, these lanes are just going to feel tough to play out.
They've got some good scaling as well. Tristana and Seraphine.
Forward, pull back. May have caught out Labrov here. Pull back over the wall to the rest of the team. Should be a quick pick. Something positive for the side of Team Heretics.
Nice kill from Ebby there, helping his team out. 100% kill participation from the top laner. 2 ganks from Jankos. Nice pick from him. He's going to go back and catch that top wave. So 2 dragons over to BDS. 3 minutes, 40 seconds away from the next, but no pushing lanes. So means that kill doesn't really translate into anything. Nuke has flash up, and Jankos will somewhat spot him out.
Still trying to take control mid lane. Tough for Flakked to walk up here. Tumbleweed doesn't connect, so he'll be able to walk away on that one.
Crownie just one-shot the wave, so Adam couldn't dash through the range creep if he wanted to stun him. Nuke.
Walks in, tries to take it. Jankos is going to take away the buff, though. They'll force out his smite.
Yep.
Still 3 minutes away. And again, there's no real big objective to play for here. This should be Team Heretics' time to farm quietly and just try to hold on to as much control of their own jungle as possible. But if you hear him on stage right now, very vocal, perhaps planning something.
Yeah, I can hear Labrov screaming where he wants to fight, sort of. Not specifics, but I heard the word fight. So he's probably setting up topside vision, seeing if they phase check into that zone, because still no dragon for a while. There's no reason for Heretics to step up. You know what you say in a game like this when you lose a fight and you lose so many objectives? You say, let's stall for our lives. Play defensive vision, play on their phase checks, see if they overextend, catch waves, and try to maybe make picks if you overgroup on one side. There's not many plays you can do, but it's just a case of waiting for BDS to make mistakes. And we'll see if they do. Lots of deep vision now being placed, and they're playing towards Nuke's lane, who's landing a lot of trades onto this Tristana Vetheo.
Well played from Nuke to hit the edge there. Get a bit more damage onto Vetheo here on the bottom side of the map. Adam keeping the pressure up top side, continuing to hold on to his lead. And this is the frustrating part for BDS right now, is that while you are wildly far ahead, it's so early in the game and there are no objectives on the map, so there's no really big, meaningful way to snowball your lead unless kind of Team Heretics overstep or overcommit.
Just kind of waiting for dragons, really. The question is, can Heretics make a pick here onto Adam?
They're going to try.
Too. This is a lot.
Game 1, maybe they can make it happen game 2. 3 stacks, 4. TP coming out. Trading Vetheo's TP for nukes.
They got Adam's flash as well, so in the end, beneficial for Heretics. The only thing is now, they're probably going to have to get Ebby towards the bot side and catch these side lanes, depending on where they need him. Maybe keep him top if they're going to fight this dragon.
Okay, Sheo gets the big truck. That's annoying.
Red buff. It's my fight. This is going to be exciting.
Heavy stepping up, though. This is a bit risky to even walk forward here. Sheo's going to grab that one. Goes unstoppable. Sheo now following up. Shock blast damage.
And now they're going to move through mid towards this dragon area and put their wards down. The problem is Labrov has no wards left. Might want to take a recall before this spawn to refresh those. But it looks like actually they're going to pivot backwards. Go towards top. Maybe Heretics will be caught napping, expecting them to have backed off already, and then they can make a pick. But they're just going to siege down this tower. Jankos has the ult, Ebby has the TP, no wards behind. Everyone's grouped up here, so they need to be careful here, BDS.
Poke is so obnoxious for Vetheo, so hard for him to step forward here.
Oh.
Ulti going wide again from Jankos.
Nice dash away from Adam there. Preemptively expecting some kind of Sejuani ult and dashing out. 35 seconds on the spawn. See both teams try to set up and fight it. Crownie's hitting the mid push. Herald kind of wasted here by Jankos, probably running out. Not much he can do with it, really. That's never going to crash, is it? BDS is going to stop that straight away. Ebby's going to take a base or be ready with a TP. A lot of pings on one of the wards, but their main form of engage, which is the Sejuani ult, is down. Very tough situation here for Heretics.
Yeah, counter engage for Team Heretics pretty damn good with the Seraphine ultimate, but when you're this far behind, when you're not getting objective set up first, not a lot that can be done without that Sejuani ultimate. BDS, as you highlighted, just going to deny the Herald charge.
Midway.
Now, set their sights on this third Drake.
Yeah, let's see. Labrov has flash. Sheo has flash as well. Could be a big Magna Storm, could be a big sleep. And Heretics, are they going to try and force their way in? They could go towards this Baron, but I can tell you for a fact they don't have the damage for this Baron whatsoever with the Seraphine, Cassante. Tristana barely has an item and a half, so as much as they're in this top side, you can see BDS are still committing towards this dragon because they realize, yeah, you guys have no chance. So nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, and sole point for BDS now. And the awkward thing is BDS don't need to overforce or overcommit. You can see that while Labrov has a lot of tools to kick a fight off, he knows that if he doesn't hit, 3 or 4 members, then it's not a reliable, guaranteed team fight. So why not just play it slow, take it slow? Controlled gameplay here from BDS.
Running out of options for Heretics as well. But we scaling.
Yeah.
We buying time. We ain't got... Do they have any static shift? I don't think they do.
Yeah, and we'll see. I mean, we'll see at this stage. I think that there are still avenues for Team Heretics to come back to this game, but it does rely on, BDS overcommitting or Team Heretics kind of outplaying individually.
Ooh, Adam, they found the weak spot. Maybe they can get a kill, but BDS's reinforcements are here.
Grog zooming in. Stun will come through. Mersa going to get the hook in the wall just to make sure he can get out.
I feel like Heretics has planned this whole series like, is Adam on a side lane? Yep. All right, let's
get
go.
him.
See if we can get a kill.
He did pick the Thanos skin, so, like lines up.
Is that the Thanos skin on Renekton?
That's what it looks like to me every time I see it.
Is Jankos Iron Man?
Did Iron Man whiff a lot of shots? I don't remember that part of the movie.
Maybe Hawkeye then.
I don't know that one. Yeah, he's a stormtrooper. We're mixing universes now.
Am I?
No, I am. I'm mixing universes.
Oh.
No, you're nailing it. You got them all.
Oh,
you got
okay,
the Marvel canon right.
Crownie.
Okay, free tier 2. Crownie gonna be not quite free. Ooh. Flashed away from though on that ultimate. That doesn't count as a whiff.
Yeah,
nope,
doesn't count.
Doesn't count. Got the flash out, so positive overall, but trading flash for flash as well as the ult. And Crownie's ghost for a tier 2, not ideal. Shock blast gonna hit Mersa, BDS. I mean, Labrov sees him in the choke, but I think the moment has passed.
Both rooted there. Bowling ball's gonna go between the goalposts, and Heretics are scared of this Baron rush. But again, BDS's Baron, not the quickest. They need a third item on Crownie here, depending on what he's building. Looking at the Ghost, I expect he's going Mercurial third here or something. We'll have to see.
Yeah, definitely could be the option. Vetheo just really needs to complete a second item at this point, but
yeah, how long's he been sitting on that Caulfield's crit cloak?
Quite a while.
My man's trying to find Navori at a discount price, but no one's giving it to him.
Yeah, rude. He's waiting for the Black Friday sale, but it's like, what, 6 months away?
Yeah, we're in summer.
We're in summer, man.
We ain't got no Navori summer sales.
There's no Cyber Monday, whatever this is, LEC Sunday. There's no sales, buddy.
Everything's closed on a Sunday anyway.
Yeah, it's Germany. You can't buy anything today.
Shield bow picked up for Crownie. Level 14.
Okay.
It's going to be a tanky Zeri.
Yeah. Has the extra sustain too, and again, relatively low damage profile overall for Team Heretics. Outside of when Cassante is ulting, you really only have the 2 damage threats, and even then, Seraphine not building full damage.
Sleepy time for Flakked? No, it's not.
Finally, it's happening. He paid full price. He committed.
He committed. Couldn't find any discounts. And took a while to arrive. A couple days.
Yeah. No prime on that one.
BDS on the top side jungle. Trying to force Heretics out. We'll see if they land any poke.
And there's 2 items now on this Lillia. So every one of those little swirl seeds is going to be super annoying.
Yeah. Labrov, is he going to fancy an engage stun?
Poking
Jankos. Flash ult there on the 4-man, but he doesn't want to risk it. It's a bit hard for his team to follow up. Crownie's going to have to full send, full commit, and he has no summoners. Oh, Does Jankos just pull the trigger eventually? He's getting chunked out. That man needs a Warmogs.
Yep.
Can you find that on a Sunday?
Labrov fishing for the angle. The pullback coming through. They need to delete him before he can use his ultimate, and they're going to be able to knock him back and keep him out of the fight. Flakked on the backside, though, to sleep. The ulti coming through from Flakked. Buffer just in time. Keep your eyes on Vetheo. It's Vetheo versus the world. Can he do it? No, he's jumping out to safety. Crownie isolated by Abby, but he comes out on top in the 1v1. The shock blast connects. Nuke to the skies. Brings down the hammer on Team Heretics in game 2.
And just like that, I think the game might be over. 30 seconds on Flakked, 40 seconds on Vetheo. The carries are down, but they don't have a wave in mid. Maybe they're just going to have to settle for 2 inhibitors here. Bit of an annoying spot for BDS because they did have a wave, but it did thin out as they went for that last kill. Not even going to get double inhibitors, just the top inhibitor tower and the mid inhib is going to fall. But look at the summoners on Heretics. They're all basically gone, so I think BDS can just take a base here, pick up their soul, and then move to the Nash.
Yeah, for BDS, at this point, this game feels over. Feels like a victory lap, but you can see here, it starts off okay for Team Heretics as they're able to deny Labrov's engage, but it's not enough.
A lot wasted on that Rell, a lot used to get the kill, and then by the time they do, look at that Sheo flash Q ult, that's a 4-man Drowsy coming in, but Mersa's basically dead, so it looks like a 3-man Vetheo jumps away. Heavy tries his best to answer back after the first kill comes through onto Sheo, goes on to Crownie, Crownie wins those, Vetheo trying to run away, but see Nuke lands a short blast, gets smooth beat, and now we're back to live, where Heretics are desperate to fight this dragon.
Adam now going in, clean, engage, kick things off. Flakked ultimate not going to do much of anything. Crownie untouched, everybody untouched. BDS, no surprise to see them dominate a fight with this kind of gold advantage. Vetheo trying to get 1 back. He will find 1. He will jump over the wall. He will try to make it out of safety, but Crownie will still find the kill. That's 1 very sleepy Flakked. He'll be taken out of the game. A T1 flare to flash out. Back-to-back fights for BDS here to close it out.
Nuke even TP top thinking the fight was won, and then he ran back mid like, oh, maybe it's not one. Small windows as Vetheo got 1 in return, but didn't find any more. BDS going to take game 2 here in this best-of-3 series, which means BDS are 1 win away from locking themselves in the season finals.
Impressive stuff, an incredible spring. Okay, winter, and now potentially another incredible split here as their first best-of-3 in summer. They will match up 1-1 against Team Heretics, bringing us to a game 3.
These games are just
nothing and then everything out of nowhere.
And then everything. Just handshake farm, go even, Everyone's kind of like pulse champing, waiting for the one fight, and then boom.
But I will say, it was, when we saw Team Heretics win that first game, it was a lot of, they built CS advantages, they kind of limited Adam. There was just about total dominance across the entire map for BDS in this game.
Yeah.
Sheo building these jungle advantages, Evie falling wildly far behind in the 1v1. Nuke playing very well in the Jayce, which I wasn't actually ready for. I got used to thinking of him as a guy with a limited but effective champion pool, and now it seems like that effective champion pool is growing. So BDS Game 2, looking strong overall. That's enough from us, however. We're going to toss to a quick break. When we return, Game 3, Team Heretics versus BDS. Who will come out on top?